Everybody, good morning to meteorologist Travis Klineski here on this Friday morning. It's going to be a pretty nice day, but this morning not great because the clouds have kind of rolled in, and we've even had showers and sprinkles out there this morning. Most of the rain, the real showers, are right in here as of the time of this recording. I know they're not showing up very well on Futurecast. In fact, it's been very tough to forecast because of that here. But again, we have a few showers that are out there this morning. Meanwhile, a developing cold front over northern Nebraska, and yes, there is some snow in northwest Nebraska this morning where it could be snowing today. Maybe some minor accumulation. It's going to be a chilly day up here to the northwest. The rest of us, the sunshine will return as the clouds push to the northeast. Breezy south and southeast winds developing as the day goes on, maybe even a little on the windy side. Some gusts here, especially in the southwest part of the state, could get up to 35 miles per hour. And that's all going to interact with this cold front and help to develop showers and storms mid to late afternoon. 3 o'clock in the afternoon right there, we're seeing some thunderstorms firing up. Pushing into the late afternoon, they're starting to make their way eastward. As the air gets more stable, the farther north you go, there's less of a severe weather threat. But from about here, Highway 92 southward, severe weather is going to be possible. And we're going to keep an eye on that as it moves through the North Platte-McCook area at 8 o'clock into the central part of the state by 10 o'clock here. So numerous showers and storms, possibly some pockets of heavy rainfall. As it pushes farther east, they will weaken a bit when it comes to the severe weather threat, but we may actually still see some pretty good rain in eastern areas through the overnight hours, and then this will start to make its way eastward and clear out of our area. Other than maybe something light lingering in the southeast, it's clearing out tomorrow morning. The sunshine returns on your Saturday. Winds will be a little bit breezy out of the north much of the day, but then as this high pressure builds in, the winds will die down a little bit later in the day and into Saturday night. Saturday night looks pretty quiet. Sunday, maybe a few extra clouds, a small chance of rain, but it's really, as we get towards Monday, we're going to have to keep a close eye on the threat of severe weather. Now, speaking of severe weather, the Storm Prediction Center, they have a marginal risk of severe weather in green here that includes much of eastern Nebraska, south of Highway 275. Central Nebraska, mainly along and south of Highway 92, but it's far south central, southwest Nebraska, north central, northwest Kansas with the better chance, a level 2 out of 5 slight risk of severe thunderstorms. Your threats, this is your tornado threat. It's not a big threat. There's a low end threat of an isolated tornado. I am not too concerned about it. Yes, it can't be completely ruled out, but the threat doesn't look overly high. The hail threat's probably the biggest threat, especially focused to the southwest, up to golf ball size hail possible here. And then damaging wind gusts up around 60 miles per hour or so are also a possibility. And we found this out in Red Cloud a little over 24 hours ago, that there was some damage down there because of severe wind gusts during a marginal to slight risk there. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that threat as well. I don't have a Monday graphic, but I am going to talk about Monday in just a little bit when it comes to that severe weather threat for early next week. That'll come up in the 7-day forecast. So let's take a look at the forecast highs for today. Now, we're going to be warm as the sun returns, and then we get those breezy south-southeast winds. Highs into the low and mid-70s across a large part of the area, some 60s up north. That frontal boundary making a big difference. 46, Chadron and Gordon, and that's probably if they're lucky. 50s and some lower 60s as you go south from there. But again, most of us will be on the warmer side today. Tonight, that cooler air rushing southeastward behind the front and behind the storms. 30s for lows, 20s out west, and remaining in the 40s farther east where the clouds may still remain. Highs tomorrow, a cooler day, slightly below average. Highs will be in the low to mid 60s. Not a terrible day, though, just a little on the breezy side. Tomorrow night, we're looking at lows. That'll be kind of a blend of upper 30s and lower 40s, so a little bit of a chill. And then looking ahead to Sunday, we're back into the 60s, mid and upper 60s this time, so slightly warmer. And in fact, it's going to be much warmer Sunday night as warm moisture moves in from the south, as I'll talk about in just a bit here. Before I get to the 7-day forecast, let's look at the European model here. Again, there's our thunderstorms. This is starting at 7 o'clock, by the way, so we've got thunderstorms rolling eastward now, and they'll continue until tomorrow morning. Most of the weekend will be quiet. Saturday, Sunday, just a small chance of rain Sunday. Not a great chance. Now, Monday is going to be interesting because Monday morning we could already see some showers and storms. And the more we see and the more cloud cover we see, the more stable the air will be, which may kind of keep that threat of severe storms Monday afternoon and evening down a little bit. But we've got a powerful storm system, area of low pressure right in here, spinning, very powerful low, and then a dragging cold front right in there. And as that sweeps across the area later Monday, that's going to trigger that severe weather threat. We're going to have to keep a close eye on that Monday afternoon and Monday evening in eastern Nebraska before it clears out later in the night. Low pressure will continue to spin to our north, which will keep our winds around. There's going to be still some strong winds, but not as much crazy precipitation or thunderstorms Tuesday or Wednesday, maybe a little bit by Thursday. We'll see. as that low tries to spin southward. In fact, as that kind of hangs in our area, it's actually going to spin a cold front south through our area later on next week, and so it's going to cool down now. It doesn't look nearly as warm as I was hoping for a few days ago now. It looks like it may be cooling down for later next week. Let's look at the GFS model. This is starting this morning. There's this later this afternoon storms firing up out west and then pushing east across the area this evening and overnight tonight before clearing out tomorrow morning. Most of the weekend is quiet. Saturday, Sunday. I had that small chance of rain late Sunday. This model doesn't have much, but by Monday morning, now here's Monday about noon. So if we see precipitation Monday morning, that is, again, something that could hold down that severe weather threat a little bit, but I am still very concerned. We got low pressure right in here and a dragging cold front crossing the state, and that's going to trigger that shower and thunderstorm threat Monday afternoon into Monday evening, and then they'll push east and northeast out of our area by about midnight. Quieter weather after that. One thing I will mention, by the way, right now the Storm Prediction Center is highlighting this area right here. They've kind of got a large area included in a severe weather outlook area, but they're kind of highlighting this area right in here as a kind of an enhanced threat of some severe thunderstorms. It's a day 4 outlook. It's on the Storm Prediction Center's website, so I don't have a graphic for it, but you can see that on the Storm Prediction Center website. And again, the day 4 outlook, they're talking about the potential for all modes of severe weather, including potentially strong tornadoes on Monday. So this is kind of your early warning ahead of the warnings in the watches to be prepared for Monday afternoon and evening if you have plans. And of course, when it comes to things like schools and kids in school, any track meets that might be going on, golf meets, things like that, Monday, watch that afternoon time frame. It quiets down. That low spins to our north, though, and eventually it will spin a cold front southward. Will it bring precipitation or not? That's kind of the big question, but it will get cooler later on next week. So let's take a look at the long-range forecast here before I run all out of time here. And again, you see the two distinct chances of thunderstorms. One tonight, we cool down for the weekend. The next chance coming in on Monday and Monday evening. After that, not too bad temperature-wise Tuesday, and then we start to cool off Wednesday and Thursday. And you can see we're kind of fluctuating back and forth between 60s and 70s through next week and into the following weekend as well. North Platte, I don't think your severe weather threat is quite as high. Now, you have that chance late this afternoon and into this evening. Should be out of here by midnight. Then again, Monday, there's still a chance of rain and thunderstorms. Your severe weather chance is lower, but there still is a chance on Monday in North Platte, maybe especially earlier in the day, late morning into the early afternoon there. And then some smaller chances of rain down the road as it starts to cool off later on next week. You can see how temperatures cool off there, and then maybe rise towards the next weekend, the second weekend of May. Well, I have to let you all go. I want to thank you all for watching on this Friday morning. I will see you all again on Monday talking about that next threat of severe weather. Until then, take care, enjoy your weekend, and God bless.